Thank you everyone for taking the time to tune in today. Today's episode of the Topping Show is proudly sponsored by Topping Technologies. Topping Technologies is an IT value-added reseller and services company with a special proficiency IT security. Heck, I see their founder at least twice a day. Guys, he's quite handsome and brilliant. He's me, you see, that's the joke. If you're an IT leader or a business owner, you can reach out to the team at sales@toppingtechnologies.com. Also, we're still giving away a free flamethrower with every IT purchase. Yes, it does come with a fun Picatinny rail adapter, so you can mount it to any standard AR-15 like all awesome accessories can be. Go to toppingtechnologies.com and click the flamethrower button to learn more, or click the URL in the video description below. Lastly, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button and tell your friends, I would greatly appreciate it. Now, going over to the business part of the podcast, you have Walmart getting a new logo. Well, kind of. It's a little bit underwhelming to say the least. Let's just say it's not too revolutionary, but it's also kind of funny to think, yeah, they spent probably a couple million, doing POCs or proof of values or proof of concepts, whatever you want to call it, having surveys sent out, showing this to a bunch of groups to get some feedback, all for this slightly different logo. Now, this comes to us thanks to a writer over at CNN Business, which somehow I'm actually impressed. They're still in business, believe it or not. I think they have 10 employees left. But in all seriousness, this is credited to Jordan Valinsky, who's a writer over there. And she says, quote, Walmart's logo goes on its first facelift in nearly 20 years. So, 20 years, it's got to be revolutionary, right? 20 years in the making. Well, not so much. Here you can see some of those cliche Walmart carts, which are the best ROI around. They probably buy those every 20 years as well. And here you can see it. For those who aren't watching on Rumble or on the YouTube, it is pretty much the same thing. I believe even the same font, but now, wait for it, it's bold. And I don't mean it's revolutionary or bombastic or controversial bold. It's literally just bold font. And yet they spent probably a couple $1 million on this. Now, they say, quote, Walmart is retaining its yellow, quote, unquote, spark often used with the logo. However, a darker blue has been introduced to, quote, keep the brand fresh. I have to squint a little bit. Is that dark? I guess it's slightly darker blue. To me, it just looks like it's boldface. It almost looks like the letters are slightly thicker. It's even more disappointing. They just changed the shade. Okay. They say the new logo will appear on its website and app this month, and over time roll out to 10,500 stores. Which, yeah, some signage company is about to get some cheddar, maybe even Walmart brand cheddar, because yeah, you have to change the signage at all those stores. That's a pretty big contract, to say the least. Now, the senior vice president and chief marketing officer of Walmart US said in a statement, again, this gentleman is William White, saying, quote, this update, rooted in the legacy of our founder, Sam Walton, demonstrates our evolving capabilities and long-standing commitment to serve our customers of today and tomorrow by making it a slightly darker blue. I don't think most people notice. They say that Walmart last tweeted its logo in 2008 when it dropped the star used between the wall and Mart and combined the words into one. The new identity was tied to the period of slumping sales for the company amid rising competition from big box retailers like Target, which they've been eating away their market share, especially in 2024, because again, Target is just overpriced Walmart. There's nothing at Target you can't buy at a Walmart. It's just jacked up prices, and you do, statistically speaking, have less odds of being stabbed at a Target, or Target if you want to be fancy. Now they continue saying, quote, however, this new look arrives at a time when business is booming for Walmart. And again, not financial advice, but geez Louise, I wish I bought their stock way back in the day. It's almost $100 per share now at Walmart. I think it was like $60 per share in the beginning of 2024. Ridiculous growth. You say that sales in the U.S. stores open for at least a year grew about 5% last quarter compared to a year prior. The company said in a recent earnings call, and its profit grew by 8%. Walmart has also driven higher income customers by investing in a grocery business and using its massive scale to drive down prices amid historic bout of inflation. Because, kind of cliche to say, but as most people know, the bigger you buy in bulk, the better price per unit you're usually able to get, which is how companies like Costco and Walmart really thrive. They say it has also sharpened its assortment of clothing, electronics, home furnishing, and other goods, which that's also where the real profit comes from, because remember, groceries are crap when it comes to, fiscally speaking. It's about 2% industry average for groceries in terms of a profit margin. Albertsons, one of the largest retail chains for clothing or groceries in North America, they had a 1.6% profit margin. I think it's Q4 last year. It's abysmal. That's why Target and Walmart sell this other stuff to make up for that. They know that in addition, it's bolstered its online operations against Amazon when sales grew 22% in the U.S. last quarter as well. Now, I'm a little disappointed, and it looks like most of the comments here are all saying, yeah, nobody cares. The most liked comment is big deal, getting 4 likes. Let's see here. Someone by the name of CNN user says, quote, how could Target be competition for Walmart? Walmart has always been cheaper. Target is no bargain. Getting 4 likes, which, yeah, it's usually a different type of consumer. Usually people with higher income traditionally had been shopping at Target. But again, in terms of competition that has groceries as well as electronics, clothing, and darn near everything you need, I mean, that's probably the closest realistic competitor. Places like, what is it, Tom Thumb have like an aisle of like random office supplies, like maybe 2 t-shirts. But there's like the closest comparison that I can think of, we actually have some things to augment the sales of food. As silly as it sounds, yeah, Target's the closest thing you're going to get. Now, I'm a little disappointed they actually didn't give us the fiscal breakdown of how much do they spend designing this. Oh, I'm not sure. How much do they give the gal of marketing to change it a slightly darker blue? And how much do they spend having this workshopped and shown to a bunch of prospective and current clients to gauge the reaction and see if this actually drive more sales or more intrigue or interest in the company? I mean, again, personally, yeah, I can't think of anyone who could care much about this. I know sometimes, I mean, sometimes the rebranding of a company can be revolutionary. It can have, especially when you're having a downtime, you want to turn the company around. It's very traditional to change the logo at that time. But in this case, I think they should just focus on what they do best is, getting cheap prices for goods that everyone needs, helping them get the staples in life. I would have, if they spent more than $20 on this idea, I think it was overpriced. And again, the average consumer, like the average shopper at Walmart, the average person shopping the Walmart app, looking at the e-commerce website, maybe 18 people will notice it's a slightly darker shade of blue. But let me know, do you think this is a good use of the company's resources in terms of time and money? Let me know your thoughts, because as always, be fascinated to hear what you have to say. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time to tune in again. Again, trying to get to 4,000 subscribers by the end of the month, so if you can click that button, I greatly appreciate it. Also, give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, or comment. It's a great way to give me some additional feedback, letting me know how I can make the show better and better. Lastly, don't forget to take time to tell your family, tell your friends, tell your coworkers, heck, tell your enemies, anyone and everyone. Just stay safe, fight the good fight.